The European Commission spares no effort when it comes to developing sectors that drive job creation, especially those which help the digital economy grow. This is the reason why, via the Interreg Europe program and with the support of the ERDF, the Commission has sponsored the new ALICE network. For 2 years, 6 territories spread across the continent have worked hard to explore possible ways to strengthen cooperation in the co-production of animated films and series. Can we please slow down the prompter a little bit, for heaven's sake? During this video conference, you will have the chance to listen to leading experts from ALICE who will give you an overview of the nature and scope of their work. Now, I'm just hoping they won't take too long to show up because I need a drink. I can see the Walloon expert is in the waiting room.
Handy Smurf, please make sure all the other experts are able to join as well. Yes, here I am. Sorry, folks, I wanted to, pardon me for running late. Our IT expert got a bit confused by this virtual meeting app. Well, it all started with the realization of a fact. Animated films account for 15% of the cinema ticket sales in Europe, which is not a lot, but it's even worse than you think. Let me add that only 20% of the animated films European audiences buy are produced in Europe.
I did the math, Papa Smurf. 20% of 15% brings us to 3%. It means animated films made in Europe represent only 3% of the films screened in Europe.
Oh, no! Not enough! Hopeless!
You need to turn on your mic.
Oops, there we are. You know, it can go on like this. We must build a real European animation industry, increase our share of the profits, and get more TV airtime in our own countries. What the heck do they have that we don't?
For sure not the stories. European tales, legends, and comic book characters are famous all over the world, thanks to all successful productions the US have made out of them.
Look at us, the Smurfs! We have spawned multiple films and series in the US, as well as millions of fans. But as grateful as we are to the US for making us so popular, it is good to come back to Europe for the new series.
Europe is the world champion of intellectual property.
But the problem is the fragmentation of the European market.
Have you ever had a chance to see a Polish cartoon in Apulia?
In Italy, we don't know any of the heroes of Slovakian animation.
So sorry, Ricky.
No worries. Our stories sometimes have a hard time moving from one country to another in Europe.
Even worse, our best students find better opportunities overseas.
And we think of the mobility of talent in Europe.
As well as intellectual properties.
Are key to organizing our industry.
And fighting for the future of animation in Europe.
We need to get to know each other better, Snowflake, offer better training programs, and co-produce more.
That is the reason why, within the ALICE network, that we are...
Pardon me for interrupting, but isn't ALICE the name of a famous American animated film?
Let me explain. ALICE stands for Animation League for Increased Cooperation in Europe.
Capito?
ALICE is also the title of a famous European novel whose first animated film adaptation was a French-UK co-production.
The European Alice in Wonderland was first released in 1949, but shortly after was completely overtaken by the American adaptation.
Some say Americans acquired all the copies of the European film to avoid competition.
For us, Alice is a resistance fighter.
And the story of this film inspired us to develop an animation network boosting co-production.
You speak so well, Ricky.
Supported by the excellent training programs we've developed.
To train and attract talent.
As well as animation industry clusters.
Pompik, your phone is slipping down. We can't see you anymore.
In Catalonia, we put a great deal of work into a common method to map out all the actors in animation that everyone can use across Europe.
And we, along with our friends from Haute-France, have used this work to define a detailed database of animated studios, a smart directory, which could enable any European producer to identify potential partners anywhere in Europe.
The territories contributing to the database get awarded a label of excellence.
And together, these regions will form a real wonderland.
Not to mention, these regions can also benefit from a free legal kit of contracts developed by ALICE. They can use it to finance the development of pilots produced in animation studios across the Wonderland. So the first step to co-production.
And we want to make sure these co-productions will be seen.
Indeed. Distribution of animated content is a challenge that Alice has tackled too.
Little by little, Alice's pieces all merge together to turn Europe into an animation wonderland.
Okay, so let me try to summarize here. If I understand correctly, Alice can provide the sector with tools for mapping out industry people and processes and ready-to-go solutions to train and retain talent and accelerate cooperation. That's great. But where can we find all the relevant information?
We put it all together in a white page entitled How to Turn Europe into a Wonderland for Animated Films and Series. It is available for download on Alice's website.
Folks, Evangeline isn't moving at all.
What's the matter with her?
Oh no, it's terrible.
Don't panic. The connection is unstable. Anyway, I think we've covered everything we wanted. Or...
Yeah, thank you. Hope to see y'all again soon.
Ciao.
Goodbye!
Ciao.
Ciao. Bye.
Cheers.
Goodbye.
See you.
Bye-bye.
I'll give you a hint. When video conferencing gets too boring, just stop moving for a while. It speeds up the end of the meeting. Bye!